Yo everyone, what's going on? This is the semifinals of TWL season 9, 20, 19, I don't know, something like that. We got Morr versus Barry. Actually, this is gonna be a live commentary. I actually missed the first game, my bad. So Barry won the first game as Mastodon against Nabatea. Now we have Morr as Selly against Barry as Egypt. So this is a matchup that should favor Egypt, Selly pretty heavily, but it is playable as Egypt as well. But I don't think Barry will have much experience in this matchup. So it could be an advantage for Morr. But yeah, it's best of 5, and the maps it'll be pool 3, pool 1, pool 1, and then pool 2 for each game. So pool 3 has like the bad factions, so the best factions in that pool are like Mastodon, Nabatea, Egypt, or no, Mastodon, Nabatea, Colchis, Seleucids, Egypt, like probably something like that order. Um, Maybe Colchis a bit better, but anyway. So yeah, I think Sully is a little bit advantage against Egypt. Then pool 1 is the really good factions, so like Boeatilis, Saba, Parthia, Galatia factions. And then, if needed, pool 2 has all the intermediate factions like Arvaki, Iceni, Nervia, those kind of factions. Epirus. Okay, here we go. Getting right into it. Yeah, it's unfortunate I missed the first game. Maybe I'll... Morse was a good game, so maybe I'll post it separately. We'll see. We got Barry here with a couple of Galatian, only one Galatian royal guard. He does have 3 Egyptian slingers, 2 Egyptian infantry, 4 Tarentines, 2 Egyptian cav, and 1 Ptolemaic cav. So he doesn't have a very weak cav force compared to Morr, but he does have the advantage of having the Galatian royal guard, which will be a big advantage, certainly. And he also has 5 thorax plus the GRG. So yeah, Morr will need to skirmish this pretty heavily. I'm surprised he goes only 4 Eastern Slingers here. I feel like you just go 5. But 4 is fine. I mean, there's literally no cav threat. I mean, there are 4 Tarentines, but Morr also has 4 Tarentines. Morr's army is 4 Tarentines, 5 Thorax Swords, 4 Eastern Slingers, 2 Hillmen, and then 4 Median Cav in the Cataphract gen. So he has a big advantage in terms of cav. The Cataphract also really good in the endgame. But he is down essentially 2 infantry, 2 Thurio Spears. But he has a ginormous slinger advantage as well, and obviously a very big cav advantage. But it will be key for him to not use the Cataphract too early, because the Cataphract takes damage, then it's going to be very useless. He has the 4 Median cav. Median should be able to beat Egyptian cav. 40, 25, 15, 34, 40, 25, 15, 34, so a bit worse attack. 38, 50, 80, 40, 38, 50, 80, 40, so like much worse armor on the Egyptian cav. So yeah, I think overall it's a pretty close fight, but I think the higher melee attack is only 5, so I don't think that'll matter so much. Better charge, 3-5, slightly better defense than the Egyptian cav, but the armor is a big difference. I don't know. It's a close fight, but there's only 2 of them. Ptolemaic cav is good, but there is a cataphract on the field as well. But I mean, if Barry can just rush successfully and get engagements against the Thorax swords, he will kill them because he has the Galatian Royal Guard, which you can see is pushed up on his right flank. Obviously, the GRG can just kill a couple Thorax, and Morr will just need to kill Cav, essentially. And then, I don't know, he has 3 Slingers, so the Slingers, got 2 options with the Slingers. Either you just dump Cav with the Slingers, or you try to kill, like, 2 of the Eastern Slingers. The Eastern Slingers don't really have time, unless you, like, sit there and skirmish, which Barry shouldn't. They don't really have time to shoot down the Egyptian Slingers. I mean, they can, but, you know, then obviously the infantry fight's gonna start to go south. If Barry's a little wasteful with his cav, then sure, he probably has time to shoot them down. But if not, then maybe not. So we will have to see. And obviously this Tarentine fight is absolutely critical. Like, Morr, sorry, is really happy to just trade misses, let the Tarentines run out of ammo and stuff, and then, you know, all good, basically. He's gonna take this one in the ass, and this is what he can't afford, like, is to take these javelins. If his Tarentines become weaker and start dying to the enemy Tarentines, then, you know, that'll be a major threat to his slingers that he doesn't really want to allow. So, we need to be watching that. And right now, Morr is definitely losing the fight slightly, but slightly is still something. That's more than can really be acceptable. Here his slingers are going to get dumped, but they have 50 block chance, so he's going to have to rotate. I like pushing them out wide like this. Makes it harder to shoot. He's shooting back against the enemy slingers, doing a lot of damage to them early. But here he probably got sword-sided, so he does lose a few men. And now Morr needs to be very intentional about what he's doing, I would say. So he's going to retreat, but again, he's just going to take losses doing this, so I don't really love this. I don't like that he was rotating these slingers early. That was kind of a waste of time. Now he's going to start to get shots in the thorax sword just because they're in range. And that's good. I mean, shots in the Egyptian infantry, I mean, sure, whatever, for kills. But you kind of don't want to waste ammo. Barry taking some shots, also giving some damage. I mean, pretty equal trade so far. And now the attack is going to come in. Morr says I'll just rotate away from this. I would like Barry to not be moving his slingers. Like, Barry could just be shooting right now with the slingers.
Quickly now.
Gonna take a big volley there. And again, Barry is getting slightly better of the engagements with the Tarentines so far, which is really bad for Morr. But nothing disastrous. Here they're going to get sword-sided, so probably going to lose a lot of men. These are kind of sword-sided.
By your command. Understood.
This field's going to miss.
By your command. As you command. By your command.
Kill. But the Eastern Slingers are dumping, but they are just dumping the Egyptian infantry, so like, Barry is probably happy with this. Like, he can afford to lose the Egyptian infantry. He's got one slinger like very much out of the fight. His slingers are getting a little dumped, but nothing too bad. 40 men in this Tarentine. This Tarentine is getting actually destroyed. I guess one is at 50 for the enemy, and this one's at 60, so nothing terrible. Now the attack is going to come in. He's going to lead it with the Ptolemaic cav, which is a little dangerous, I'd say. Like, these slingers should be shooting cav now. Here they come. I mean, Morr needs to block this charge, I guess. He probably should do so. Now he's just going to eat the peel out. Okay, I mean, I actually don't hate this. I don't hate this because he's getting peel on these calves. So now these calves are super weak and they're gonna get dumped by the slingers, which means again 2 of these calves are now gonna be very, very, very hard pressed to do anything. And this calf can still get the charge. Oh fuck, bad timing. This calf can still get the charge. He's gonna try to retreat. I mean, he basically killed an entire Egyptian calf. I mean, it's not. Now he's gonna charge. Barry's Gen's also gonna charge, but Barry's Gen is in a precarious situation with the slingers dumping it and everything. He needs to engage or not engage. I mean, this thorax sword is only losing 20 men, so it's not terrible. And the general is down 15. This Egyptian cav down a lot, so the slingers are getting a lot of value here. And the thorax sword actually did manage to get out. The Egyptian infantry is gonna die, not even gonna get peel, so very good. And the Tarentine fight is in a good spot. And look at Morr's flank. This is really, really good. You can start putting the pressure on hardcore here. And then here he can take this fight, but it's not really great. I mean, he's not gonna get sword side on this, so it's not really that good. But anyway, this fight is going fine. But Morr needs to get active on this flank. He needs to activate right now and kill this. Right now he's just dumping these thorax swords. I mean, he's not really getting sword side, and he's getting rear shot to shit by the Egyptian slinger, so that's not great. And now Barry's gonna, looks like he's kind of overextending. I mean, I don't like this like pulling out shit. The Cataphract's gonna get a charge. And he's gonna kill this Egyptian cav. But the problem is he gonna be able to actually get to the slingers? I mean, the slingers are just trading. Okay, I mean, like everyone's dying here. Nobody's surviving that engagement. And now the Ptolemaic cav Gen is very overextended here. The Cataphract only lost nothing in that charge, which is very, very good. He could kill the Ptolemaic Gen. Actually, the Ptolemaic Gen might just die here. These cav are just dying. I mean, this is not really a good fight for Barry. And it gets a nice charge here with the Median cav. And now there's only one Egyptian cav left. And the Ptolemaic Gen is dying. So this should spell disaster, because now he can just sacrifice 2 of his cav to kill the slingers. And then it's kind of GG. These Tarentines are very weak. This Tarentine actually got the better of this engagement by far. And now these 2 Tarentines are much closer to the Ptolemaic Gen. Might get out, I mean, but these Medians will also escape. Tons of rear shot opportunities, tons of opportunities for these slingers to activate late game. I like Morr's position a lot here. But the Ptolemaic Gen did survive, but how long is he really going to survive? There are slingers everywhere. The Cataphract is going to come in, but he's probably going to take... I don't like this charge at all. I don't like this charge one bit, because there's just so much help there. He's going to basically snipe a Thorax Sword for free. He's also shooting into the blob. Now the Galatian Royal Guard becomes very useless, right? Like, it's just going to be chasing around the whole game. This... No, more. This needs to push this way. You need to push into the fucking slingers here and force him into a corner. But either way, like, these Thorax are pretty weak. The Slingers are just dumping now, and the dump for dump is very, very good. There are 2 healthy Terrantines, but there's also 2 healthy Terrantines here, and now more Barry's general is probably gonna eat shit here. Might survive, but it's very, very weak. The charges are really, really excellent here. Thorax Swords just dying. Galatian Royal Guard is getting in now. He already has a Chev. So again, Morr is blobbing for no reason here. Hillman should just be pushing the Slingers. Cav should be pushing this way. He needs to kill the flank right now while everything is engaged for Barry, right? Every single unit is tied up right now. So go in and kill those Slingers of Egypt, because Egypt has no defense against this if you bring the Cataphract into play. Glacier Royal Guard is getting dumped, so it's just getting focus fired, so it's just gonna die. This Thorax is gonna be winning. This is a full Thorax sword for Morr, so this game looks very, very good for Morr. I don't think there's a way he can lose this with the Cav advantage he has. And again, like, yeah, just getting good charges. He uses his Median to block the Pila on his gen, so his gen can just charge. The gen is just getting insane kills. Glacier Royal Guard breaks through, but this is like a meme because the Glacier Royal Guard breaks through, and now it's just like, it can't go anywhere without being shot. It's actually would rather be in combat. Getting sword-sided really bad here, though. But again, I don't think it really matters too much. Oh, mistake here, though. Median's gonna go in against these Egyptian Cav. I mean, Barry is gonna get the Cav infantry alive. He needs to, that's what I was saying, he needs to collapse now. There is this full Thorax sword, though. This full Thorax sword should be enough, because even this Thorax sword is just winning. And now, like, he can just shoot this Cav, yeah, with Cavs. 45 to 51 is the Median Cav, again, getting the advantage as we thought, slight advantage for them. And when this Thorax sword wins, the Cataphract will just be able to kill this other Thorax sword. Very tired, by the way, he needs to watch his stamina. I guess they were just in combat and stuff. Now the Terrantines will clash, but it doesn't really matter because Mary has like so much, or Morr has so much Cav. GRG gonna die. It did get its value, but it's just always a target. And just meanwhile, the Slingers are just still dumping. And actually, really significant win there. And the General is just, yeah, Barry just wasted his Cav early. When you have the infantry advantage, he just needs to like walk in and engage, not use his Cav to like initiate so hard. He does have like 1 free Cav, so he's just rotating back. I mean, the Terrantines should lose the Medians. Actually, the Medians are pretty weak there, but these Terrantines are winning, so it doesn't matter. These guys are cleaning everything up with the Cataphract. At this point, like, he just needs to keep like 1 or 2 Slingers alive, and he is doing that. I mean, this Cataphract is also alive. This Cataphract can almost clean up everything at this point. But once these guys die, these guys still have jobs. Oh my god, they do. Well, there goes the General. And yeah, that should do it. General recently died. Slingers all alive, and Morr pulled off a very successful game. Yeah, I like what he did. Execution was good. I like how he led the initial Cav charge. He was like, fuck it, I can get Pila on those units and just make them pretty much useless. If it cost me 1 Thorax to do that, it's still worth it, because my Slingers are so valuable in this game. And now the Cataphract just getting insane kills, and the Terrantines also just winning the game. So, well played for Morr. Very, very strong game, so they'll tie it up at 1-1. Which is what we want to see. I think the series was always going to be very close, so I think that is nice to go as many games as possible. But yeah, a solid win for sure. And yeah, I mean, Seleucid's the better faction here. The Eastern Slingers are just hard to deal with, and they were cooking for sure. GRG got its value, but the Thorax, you can see the Thorax just absolutely, holy shit. No Thorax getting more than 43 kills. That is kind of insane, actually. A bit surprising, but it's all the YOLO charges from the Medians. It's all the Slinger fire. None of the Thorax were healthy, so they were just taking the L. And yeah, I mean, then the fodder units also. I mean, actually, the Levy Theros did okay. But yeah, Terrantines, Egyptian Cav, nothing getting value. And yeah, Morr actually got the better of the Terrantine engagement. He was losing at the start, but once Barry had to start microing the front line more, then Morr was actually getting back into the game with the Terrantine. So nice win, 1-1. Very very comfortable win, I would say, for Morr there. But yeah, now we have to wait and see what the next matchup will be. So we're going to Pool 1. And Pool 1, kind of need to be worried about Tylus and against Barbs. You don't really want to face Tylus as like, I mean, as Boya, it's like okay, but still kind of favors Tylus. And then, obviously you have Saba, which can kind of crush, like obviously crushes Tylus, but Boyai can stand up to Tylus, Parthia can stand up to sorry, Boyai can stand up to Saba, and Parthia can stand up to Saba. Maybe Armenia as well, though it's a little worse than Parthia. And then yeah, so you kind of get Parthia Saba, Parthia Boyai, Saba Boyai, Boyai Tylus. Kind of the main matchups. Maybe Galatia gets strewn in there against like a Tillis or maybe a Saba or something. Galatia can fight that with all the jabs, with the 41 damage from Miskev. I don't really know where they're. I'm trying to look if they're posting the pick somewhere. Doesn't look like that. They're probably just doing it in DM. So we'll just wait. Morr is picking second in this game, I'm pretty sure. So Barry will be up to Barry to ban and pick first. Not sure. I guess picking. Well, I can tell you the reason that Morr won. Well, I think Morr is the higher seed, so he decided if he wanted to pick first or second in game one, and then just alternates. The reason why you want to do it with the way it is, like the same pool being played twice in a row, is you want to be picking second or first in game two because you don't want to reveal if there's like let's say there's a broken pick ban strat, right, where you can end up with a favorable matchup. If you do it in game one, if you reveal it, then your opponent can just do it in game two, right? If this is like some forced pick ban that gives you a slight advantage. So obviously you want to do it in game two. Let your opponent, if he doesn't know about it, do something else in game one, which is better for you, and then you reveal the strat in game two. So that's the advantage of doing that. So I'm pretty sure that's why Morr did that. But yeah, the matchups. I mean, you pretty much always. I mean, Morr has one pick ban strat for this pool that I think is actually quite good. But it also relies on the fact that Barry doesn't want to play as Parthia. I don't think he has enough confidence in playing as Parthia. So that opened up a lot of things. Although I think Morr actually bans Parthia in this pick ban. Anyway, he has a strat. Let's see if it pays off. In the end, the matchups are pretty fair, so comes down to it. Barry is going boy. So that means Morr will probably be going Tillis or Saba here. Because Morr would never allow Boyai to be playable when Tillis and Saba are banned. Yeah, Boyai, a very comfortable faction, obviously. I think Saba can win against Boyai, though, pretty easily. Not pretty easily, but it takes smart play from Boyai, like very defensive box. And then Tillis Boyai is like one of the most interesting matchups, I think, at the moment from any of these pools. Super dynamic, the Jav Cav against the Heavy Horse. Better infantry for Tillis against the Cav power. And he is going Tillis. You can actually see his army. Very cool. Yeah, so Morr is going with these two Peltas. I like the Peltas because they can kill infantry really fast and Cav. But I was going Slingers, and the reason I was going 3 Slingers here instead of the 2 Peltas is A, you get a 20 stack, which again doesn't really matter because it's 3 missiles versus 2, it doesn't really affect anything. It's not like you're getting more infantry or anything. But the Slingers are really good because it forces Boy to attack you, because you can just dump the shit out of Levy Freeman, or whatever is in the front line, and it's quite an advantage to do that. Reason being is because if those Levy Freemen die, then you're really, really losing out on the ability to bait out jabs from Tillis, which is necessary so that your Cav can get in for free. Anyway, Morr has, besides the 2 Peltas, which is, again, not a terrible choice, because the Peltas, the really good thing is they can just dump an Oathsworn, and if they kill one Oathsworn of Boyai, the game is literally over, because you have 3 Oathsworn as Tillis. So, the army is 5 Tribals and 3 Oathsworn, 5 Levy Freeman, 4 Raiding Horse, and 2 Thracian Peltasters, with the Jet and the Oathsworn, obviously. So no Cav at all. I mean, obviously you have the 4 Raiding Horse, which are really strong, so it's not really a big deal. And then you have just insane infantry power. 5 Tribals and 3 Oathsworn is obviously better than... Well, Boyai could bring 5 Sword Followers and 3 Oathsworn, but then they're not getting enough Cav, and these Raiding Horse are so cheap that you have the ability to do this. But of course you have no melee Cav, so the Heavy Horse are very strong. Boyai is going a similar thing. He's got 3 Celtic Slingers, he's got 5 Levy Freeman, 4 Heavy Horse, 2 Oathsworn, 1 Axe Warrior, and 5 Sword Followers. So the Axe Warrior for an Oathsworn, you know, obviously it's a huge infantry advantage for Tylus, but the 3 Slingers are really strong because in a lot of games, Boyai will actually be able to protect the Slingers, and then in the late game, the slingers are very dangerous. You could even bring 4 slingers here, but I think 3 is enough because basically you can play it sort of defensively, where the raiding horse have to try to commit to kill your slingers, and at some point they can, but if they are committing to kill your slingers, you're going to be able to get into the backlines of Tylus, and if you get the backlines of Tylus, you can probably kill like the tribals with root charges and stuff. Morale. Um, but this is a little different with if you have your own slingers as Tylus, you can just dump the enemy slingers when when you want to, and just defend your slingers. You don't have to go kill them. But with the Peltist, your raiding horse kind of have to be active. And yeah, me and Morr played this. Me and Barry played this. Like both played this matchup a lot, and it was very, very good. I had a lot of fun playing it. It's super micro intensive. Your engagements obviously matter a lot, and Morr was really getting value with the Thracian Peltist. He probably should have won the game he brought this against me. So I think it's a strong army. I think Tylus is better here. Like, yeah, I think most would say Tylus is slightly better here because it's actually quite hard to get value with the heavy horse. Enough value to compensate for the infantry diff. And with the Thracian Peltist, that's even more true. Because the problem with the heavy horse is they just get countered by the raiding horse pretty hard. Like, frontally, they can do shit, they can do frontal YOLOs, but if they want to flank where they can get more value, the raiding horse are just protecting the flank, right? And then you have a lot of Pila with the Levy Freeman and the Tribals and stuff, and the Oathorn Reserve, now with the Peltist as well. And at the same time, Boya also has to defend their rear from just getting javelined with like a couple of Levy Freemen. So these 5 Levy Freemen for Tylus are active, where these are not so active. Eventually they can help screen as the heavy horse push around, but this is very slow. In the meantime, you're going to have these Peltists killing Oathsworn and stuff, so it's a very interesting game, and we'll have to see. It's well within the skill diff like range, so like whoever plays better probably will deserve to win. But I think Tylus has a little more edge, but Tylus also it has a much harder job. Like Tylus needs to stay compact and needs to not give up shit to the heavy horse, which is a lot harder than what Boy has to do. But it's really interesting because Tylus needs to play compact to defend against Cav, and Boy needs to play compact because they're raiding horse. So it's kind of interesting when both sides are kind of boxing and trying to like outmaneuver each other, and eventually Boya can try to break into the rear, and obviously the raiding horse will always be in the rear. But we'll see. Again, the slingers make it so Morr kind of has to be the aggressor here. He could just like could get a javelin. Nice, he's gonna do it. Yeah. Nice job. Again, anything matters here. He's gonna waste one volley on the left freeman. It's not the worst thing in the world. Here he could just dump the Oathsworn into the back freeman. Yeah, and again, the raiding horse don't need to use it. They have 7 javelin volleys. They don't need to use all 7 on. That's 1 javelin volley, I guess. 1 javelin. Too. No, this is like super. Just gotta get out there. But yeah, they don't need to use all 7 jav volleys on fucking Cat. That's obnoxious. Like getting dump on even like sword siding the sword followers over here. Like you should just sword side the sword followers right now. Just come up and shoot these guys on the side. They'll lose a guy and take a lot of HP damage. He's gonna do it. Actually, he's gonna get free shots on whatever he wants. Oh, he actually nice from Barry there, realizing that would happen. But yeah, very annoying. Here you might get dumped. Morr just needs to play slow. You don't need to waste time with the raiding horse. Just like don't lose them. They are so valuable in this game. You cannot afford to lose them for anything. Barry's gonna try to rotate here, which does make sense. You have the the cav. Morr just says, I'll fight you wherever you are. I do not care. Axe warrior in the front line. I really don't like this. He shoots a free kill. He's gonna like again wasting this javelin. Gets Pila in the back, but the heavy horse could come through. I mean, he didn't kill like fucking 25 dudes, so it's fine. He's overextended here. Sword siding the sword followers. And just trading jav volleys kind of favors Boya here. Oh, is he gonna commit? You can see the Thracian Peltists are just gonna dump the gen, and they're already in range. Bad charge from Barry here. Very, very bad charge. Well, at the same time, he's wasting a Levy Freeman, but the Oathsworn's gonna counter charge. So he's gonna get the counter charge with the Thracian Peltist dump. So this is good. I mean, this Oathsworn probably will still win, but it'll be. Oh, Morr's gonna get caught. He didn't realize. Oh, he does realize. Okay, it's not that end of the world. Because raiding horse have like an amazing ability to like not insta die to Kev, but it's still pretty bad that he loses that many men. But But Oathsworn 90 men against 95, so with the Headhunt and Battle Rhythm, I would even pop Headhunt and Battle Rhythm on my Oathsworn here. He's gonna cycle it out, but now he can't really cycle. If he cycles, he's gonna get fucking raped by the Thracian Peltas. Like, this is like Siege meta shit where your Oathsworn just gets dumped in the back. So the General is very weak. Engagement's all up the line. Well, actually, this Heavy Horse getting pretty good value here. But the Oathsworn Gen, very weak. 70 men. This Oathsworn also weak though. Oh, bad chart, or really good chart, sorry, here from this. He's gonna get pelted. Morr is like not actionable right now. He's not making a lot of moves. He's getting flanked. He's not holding his flank against this attacking action. He's gonna get a slinger for free though, so that's some comp. Actually, this Heavy Horse is also very weak, so but Morr needs to micro the shit of this. Oh man, I don't know. He's just gonna lose like another Raiding Horse here. I think this is gonna spell a bit of a disaster for him.
Battle slogan! Kill! Kill! Get running! Neatest!
Yeah, that was kind of a pull through, I'm not gonna lie. We'll see how that affects the game. Like right now, the Raiding Horse gameplay has been very, very sharp. And now there's a unit here, like, in his ass. Which could be dumped by the Thracian Pelts, I guess. This fight is really good, though. He gets the tribal into this fight. There's nothing to contest. No, he's shooting the wrong unit here. Oh, he's shooting like a unit. And on the flank, it's very good, but Oathsworn dying. So one Oathsworn dead. I mean, the General is very weak, so it's kind of compensation. Over on this flank, though, insane value. Insane value here. Like, this is looking pretty good. Like, this Sword Baller is doing damage, but over here, like, the attack is much faster. And there's Oathsworn in the rear of the Sword Fallers, getting Pila, like, gonna insta-route these units pretty much. Levy Freeman dying. Heavy Horse are very withdrawn. They're not doing anything. Right, and now, okay, sure, he gets in here, but there's the Thracian Peltas are super valuable in melee as well. There is an Oathsworn breaking through the center. It's gonna get fucking shot by some units here, though. The General needs to activate into these fights. The General needs to get either in the rear of this or into this fight, and this cycles now, where it's gonna be bad. Oathsworn, though, getting dumped by the Raiding Horse, I like that. These charges are kind of whatever. This tribal is gonna lose, though. 52, I mean... Yeah, nothing. I mean, these charges are just through the back of his own men so often. General gonna absolutely destroy, and like another Oathsworn going down. So both Oathsworn are gonna be very weak at this point, which means they're not gonna be, you know, able to do much. And now like the two healthy Oathsworn can just win the game maybe. And one's here, 116. The General, 118. That's gonna be very hard. But there are a lot of. I mean, there's still three raiding horse on the field, three raiding horse on the field. So no, four. I mean, two of them are very weak, but. Nice charge here. If you can break this tribal with morale, that would be very insane. And he's breaking on this flank, so he does need to break through soon. Thracian Pelt is sacrificing himself. He needs to melee. He needs to melee here, and he doesn't realize that he's gonna get flanked here, I think. Okay, he does. I mean, he can just win this melee fight, like literally. Now he has a full tribal on the flank, so this is gonna become a game of flanking now. He breaks this unit so quickly as well. As soon as this unit charges, he should commit with the Raiding Horse. One of these Raiding Horse. The Raiding Horse actually do very well in combat. The Slingers will die. The Slingers will die. He needs to engage here now. He needs to break these units with his infantry. I don't know why he's chasing like fucking into the fucking middle of nowhere. Just go engage and kill the enemy infantry. The Slingers will eventually die. Because now he's just breaking out. His formation is breaking up, right? He's gonna lose these fights if he's not careful. Like an Oathsworn just running after Cav, like, oh, he's kind of losing the initiative. He can kill these Slingers at any moment. The Slingers do not matter. He's too passive against this shit. Does that have a Pila here? Not gonna get it anyway. And he loses another Raiding Horse, just a Cav charge. And the General does not need to help against these Slingers. Like, why? If he loses these engagements, the game is literally over. Nice Pila here, though. But the General is now in no man's land. If he turns around, he's gonna get dumped by everything. So in no sense is this good. Raiding Horse is eventually recharging, but these guys are chasing for nothing. Like, these guys need to engage and win this combat and then just turn and face. Like, he has enough Raiding Horse alive where he can do that. The Slingers are not that critical. A tribal comes back with 5 men, very important. Unless he thinks he's going to win this straight up, I don't think he's going to. Like, chasing this early on is so bad. I guess with this Oathsworn, he can just win this fight. Oathsworn 46. Yeah, I mean, he is winning these fights, I guess. Not really, though. Not with these recharges coming. Now it'll just be a kite against, he has 2 Javcav and some Levy Freeman. But if these, the
Warriors,
problem
ready
is
to
if these win,
battle!
then, if these guys win, then
Round
the game is over, right?
pursue!
Like, he needed to send this
Cut
tribal at
them!
least, or the general, I guess the general, to
Charge!
deal with this.
Get
Like,
ready!
Tylus is happy to box, essentially, in the late game.
Ah!
Okay,
Move
he's gonna get his
right!
general
Don't
engaged in a
shoot!
very good fight here. Should be, like, fresh and stuff, too, yeah.
Kill,
100 Ghost
kill,
Sword, so he's gonna kill off a
kill!
Sword Follower. But he's just
Back,
losing this
warriors!
fight, like, pretty
Back!
devastating to lose this fight.
Charge! Yo! Quickly
I mean, this
now!
O-Sword might clean everything up, I guess it probably can.
Riders! Advance!
I mean, you could just win against the O-Sword here.
Take the hits!
Doesn't get a charge, so that might be bad.
Riders!
And the O-Sword
Forward!
general is getting
Charge!
slung to death.
Riders,
Well, I guess this
forward,
O-Sword might win
lead!
this fight, I don't really know. Sword Follower is dying very fast. I mean, O-Sword is getting shot to death, though. This O-Sword should be fine. It's still morale, but... Now this Raining Force activates, it's 2v1. He needs to kill this right now with the two Javcav. But there's so many heavy horse on the field, man. And he's just letting his general die to the slingers. I don't know, if the general dies, it's mega over. Oh, well, these guys are losing, I guess, to Liberty Freeman. Interesting. And this O-Sword's still very healthy. But now he's gonna get the slingers. Yeah, he could just win this fight, I guess. He could just win this fight, right? Well, these tribals are gonna break. I think Boy should take this.
As you say!
Morr just played so bad, man, with the Javcav. He just needs to be... He let them get charged so many times, and he wasn't ever... He's like, you could just win this fight. You should just win this fight, but... Maybe if the general dies or something, but again, look how split his infantry are. This always favors Tylus. Like, he should just killed this infantry with everything, and then kill the slingers later, because he just... Like, there's no reason to let the slingers... Like, or to split up and let this infantry win, when you can just kill it from the front, slingers are useless, and then chase the slingers later, or just box, whatever. But yeah, this is over. Barry will win this game. I mean, there's a healthy O-Swarm, but... Yeah, I mean, just again, like, Tylus loses. When the battle gets split up, Tylus just loses straight up. And he also just let, like, 2 of his Javcav die for no reason early in the game. He was, like, trying to snipe slingers and stuff. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's always worth it to keep them alive, because now, full health Javcav are super OP. Now they take over the game. And these slingers probably still have a little bit of ammo. So, yeah, this should be the win. It is the win. Time. But yeah, this was looking very good for Morr.
Back, warriors, back!
It was looking very good for Morr, and then he overchased. Like you could see it. Like chasing with the Gen and the tribal this way was so bad because you're never gonna catch this. Like you're literally never gonna catch this. So you might as well kill the infantry and then just box or like face and chase. I don't know. But yeah, splitting up there was terrible. It allowed the heavy horse, which Barry kept alive pretty well. I mean, he never really faced a threat for them to die, I guess.
Back!
But yeah, I mean, a bit of a disaster. And also, like, the angles he was getting with the pelters were really bad. He was never able to get, like, super good sword side with the Thracian pelts. So you can see they don't really get any value doing that. One Oaththorn died, but it traded with an enemy Oaththorn. So that's kind of fine. And then, I mean, it was the Gen, right? But the Gen ended up getting a lot of kills late. But that trade was good. Like, he killed basically 2 Oaththorn at the start of the game. And he had the game in his hands by just killing the couple of sword followers that were left alive and the one Oaththorn that was, like, half strength. Okay, Uldo wants to watch. I can do that. One sec. One sec. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. about that. I think this game should have been pretty clearly winning. He also didn't really use the Levy Freeman very well, and he let the sword followers around his flank. But it was fine because he got the counter flank, which was faster and more effective because it was like multiple units and it was like a general around the flank and stuff, just like going straight through sword followers. But he never really got the value. So we'll see what happens next. It's 2-1. Sorry. It's 2-1 for Barry now. Game points, you could say. Alright, so what are we doing here? Barry's on Rome. I'm not sure there's any situation that would take Rome. I don't know if Morr is sticking on Tylus here. Obviously, I don't know what the blue bands are, so hard to say. Now Morr is on Rome, but I guess he's just. I mean, there's no way Morr is ever picking Rome here. So it's probably just looking at it. I guess so. I guess Barry is actually going Rome. But we must wait and see. Can't be sure until the game starts, I guess. I mean, Rome is just terrible. Like Rome is fucking terrible in these rules. The only strat with Rome is like, I don't know, like some sort of infantry rush. But I guess you have the cheap Equites, which is good. They're a very good unit. You have the Stocky Extraordinary. Stocky Equites Extraordinary. I mean, which are also very good. The Shot Cav. But you don't have Jav Cav. You don't have cheap missiles. I mean, you have the Numidians, but they suck. You don't have cheap missiles. Those are both very problematic things. You don't have Pila on your spears. All of these things combine for making your faction very, very hard to use against good factions. Um, but, you know, whatever, I guess. So it looks like it is Tillus Rome. Now, Tillus is the one faction I feel like Rome could maybe beat. Like, you could full skirmish. But again, you're full skirmishing against 480 course. Like, I don't know if you want to do that, really. And I'm not sure you can win against the infantry, because tribals actually probably do fine against legions. I mean, they lose, but there's, you know, 2 or 3 Othor on the field. And also, okay, no, he's going Galatia. Okay, this is a better pick. This is a game. That was Galatia. It's just like, in my opinion, it's just like harder. Boye, Tillus. You have the 3 Syrians, which is very good. Again, that's another reason why you should almost certainly be bringing Slingers as Tillus in this matchup. Because the Slingers can just dump the shit out of the Syrians. So he's gonna change up the army. He's gonna go 2 Othorn. Gonna bring the Slingers. But no way he could get a Celtic Warrior. He could remove the Larry Freeman and get a Celtic Warrior. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I hate it. I mean, the really good thing against facing Galatia is you don't face enemy Oathsworn, so your infantry is just significantly better. Which is probably why he's bringing... Oh, he's switching back towards Rome. But that's why he's probably bringing the Noble Horse Gen. I still wouldn't bring the Noble Horse Gen. I don't know why you would. Because that Gen is completely useless. Like, enemy has 3 cav and you have 1, and it's your Gen, so you don't want to use it for anything. And you have 4 raiding horse, so like you're gonna be able to get to the archers or not. The fact that if you have a general doesn't really change that. Maybe it forces the enemy. I mean, but like especially against Galatia, right? Because Galatia also has the noble horse gen. almost guaranteed. So like they're always gonna have a noble horse in reserve to counter your noble horse. So it's very unlikely that your noble horse gets much value. And you never want to use it to get like and stuff. It's just not worth it at the price point. So yeah, against Rome, however, like things are pretty straightforward. There's a Thracian warrior and a Levy Freeman here maybe, but I don't really like this. Like only 2 slingers. It's kind of feels kind of useless. I mean, Rome, Rome. I guess they could go elephants. I don't know. I'm not loving this army, but I think it's still better than what Rome has to offer. Because what can Rome do? Like Rome can't even bring. They also have the Roman generals, like a trash waste of unit slot. That's also pretty bad. But yeah, the problem. Okay, it's gonna maybe go with here. Yeah, I think this is the better play. Yeah, just bring 3 slingers. You don't need the fucking Thracian poultice against Rome. You just need to win the infantry fight. Even considering 4 slingers here, I think. Which I don't hate either. But then you're kind of hard pressed to defend your shit. I think Lotharing is fine here. If you go like could go Syrians on you, or maybe even Balearics. And I was saying, fuck it, I'm gonna go Peltus. Undecided. But yeah, Rome could go Balearics here and just try to play for the endgame. But if you go Balearics, you can't bring like a bunch of Abacad. You're gonna bring like Prince Base and stuff, which just die to the tribals, and then like forget about having good cav. So it's just like Rome, yeah, the expensive archers or slingers like, don't fit well with the rest of Rome's like builds. IMO. Noble horse. I mean, noble horse done against Rome is not terrible. Sorry. Yeah, the noble horse done against Rome is not terrible because he actually can activate, right? He can actually activate in the late game. Whereas against like Galatia, that's not really gonna happen. But yeah, I don't hate this. The Thracian warrior is good against Cav. You're still gonna win the infantry fight with the 2 Thor most likely. I mean, he's not gonna go Praetorians. He can't afford to go Praetorians. But the more interesting question is, what the fuck is Rome gonna bring? Because there's a lot of options. Could go elephants. Ellie Rush is kind of strong against Tillis because you know they're not gonna have that many Pila, but they're at the foraging horse, so I feel like it would probably lose. But you never know. He is not going elephants though. He is going Syrian, so he's going for kind of a kite, which I like. Or these are Balearics? Okay, they're 3 Balearics. Yeah. The problem is, man, this is so hard to play as Rome. Like, I like this idea. The problem is you're facing 4 raiding horse, and you have literally nothing to counter them. Because Vigiles don't have Pila, and you have all these fucking shitty cav that just die the fucking raiding horse. And now you have 3 Balearics and you need to protect all game, and you have like fucking a million Hastati. Like, there's just no way this is good. Like, 4 Avocati, okay, 5 Avocati, I guess, not terrible. But 5 Avocati against 5 Tribals and 2 Oathtorn, and then you have like 3 Hastati, sure, Hastati are like cool, but they're just gonna die. And then yeah, you have the Balearics, and the Balearics will cause pain over time. But you also have to defend against 5 fucking Levy Freeman and 4 Raiding Horse. And all you have is 2 Vigiles and your Cav. And your Cav don't want to even get close to looking Raiding Horse the whole game. And now there's a Noble Horse Gen as well, which actually is looking like a pretty good pick. He does have the 3 Celtic... You go 2 Celtic Slingers in the end. You went 2 Celtic Slingers. Not sure I like that much. But the Balearics are just fucking machines, so I guess the Balearics can win the game. The problem is, you hate the early game as Rome here. Like, to use the Balearics, you want to be spread out, and these raiding horse are just going to cause you so many fucking problems. And what's even worse is you can't really afford to flank that much. Because if you do that, the raiding horse are just going to let you go behind, and they're going to go behind you and just kill the Balearics, right? So you're going to leave, like, 2 Equites back or something, but they're going to get molested by the raiding horse. So it's a hard game, but the Balearics do offer you a win condition. I think that's the reason he's taking them. They offer you some kind of win condition where they can just dump the whole game and get like 200 kills each and then win. But you're also dumping like tribals with insane armor, but I guess I don't really care. They have 8 AP, so takes them like what, 7 shots to basically kill a tribal. 7 hits, which is not terrible when you have 90 dudes shooting at you because they're 8 AP. And you know some of the damage probably gonna hit the base. But yeah, raiding horse real problematic for Rome, but Lyric Slingers are so fucking good. And they can also just, like, tear through the Levy Freeman, kill them, and then, you know, then you have the kind of advantage. The Levy Freeman go down, the Cav can really cook. And the Thracian, you know, the Thracian's good, it can just kill Hostati, you can just kill Cav, it's fine. It's obviously very weak to the Polarics, but
Quickly now,
whatever.
as you say.
You don't really care about that. If the Polarics are gonna dump your Thracian, you probably put the Thracian in a bad spot in the first place.
Riders forwards. Riders.
Like these Vigilies are completely useless as well. Like they just die to everything. I mean they can soak up jabs. Maybe they're gonna soak up a couple of guys here.
Riders forward.
Now they go behind you, and you have literally no counterplay. I feel like if they just get behind you, which obviously they will. Tilla should not even be trying to engage though. Like Tilla should wait until the raiding horse will cause insane problems. At least they're in position, you know, in position to cause the problems. But we'll see.
Surrender.
Waste the javelin here. Maybe it's terrible. And you can see, like, yeah, I mean the Blurks might be turned around. Yeah, Blurks are turned around. Morr doesn't see this, so
Riders
some raiding horse will maybe die.
Quickly now. Advance at speed. Riders forward.
Like that trick only works once.
Speed.
No, maybe it works more than once. I don't know.
Forward.
Nice volley though. But like losing these raiding horses early is not great. Gotta dodge a whole volley though. That's kind of a value. But now you pressure from the front, right? And now the Blurks have to turn around and then you come back. It's the way to go.
Fire.
Turn around, he's gonna rotate. Again, he wants to attack a flank. Here he's gonna get free shots.
Quickly
It's just like the raiding horse can stay so fucking close to the Roman army. It's very annoying. As the Blurks start to dump, you know, everything is playable. The problem is Cav can't exist in the rear of Tillis anymore. Like a Noble Horse and a Thracian Warrior can just kill any like ISO Cav, and there can be no infantry support in the rear, obviously. Or very little. Now that
got too slow, go!
I mean, now Morr's just gonna rush. I mean, you can see one Balearic is turned around, so he's still losing some men, but
advance at speed! Riders forward!
I mean, these are kills. Now the Balearics are moving, they're getting shot. Any Balearics that dies, it's super bad. He's just dumping one.
Riders forwards!
Not gonna get a feel here though. Really good engagement. Like Morr's not set, right? He's moving, he's not set, so he's not getting counter. He's not getting a feel here. And Equities actually have 70 armor, right? So they don't really care. But now he can just engage. Doesn't really matter. He's got raiding horse on the flank. One Balearic is just dead. This is dying. Oh, this is gonna be a good charge though from the extraordinary. Like this is not really played at all from before. But will overwhelm eventually. Equites losing a lot of men. Tribal's lost quite a bit. Avocado gonna start to cook here. But Storm will also cook in these engagements. What is going on here? Lobby's gonna get in, he's gonna pull out. Okay, cycles out. He's not getting any peel though, it's not great. So the YOLO's coming in. Gonna lose a lot of Equites for it long term though, and the Extraordinary are also getting shot. But the infantry are gonna hold up for now, which is really good. Now he's just gonna chase these dudes. These Equites are gonna chase the raiding horse. Not great, really, to do that, but yeah, Morr will just keep the organized. I mean, look, Equites are just dying. But, I mean, these infantry are probably getting very good engagement, so you can't really hate on this that much. And now, like, yeah, Thracian will come in and just obliterate the Sistadi. Cycle Charge is gonna come in. Levy Freeman gonna kill off the Vigilay. Actually, maybe they're losing this, I don't know. Extraordinary gonna charge him, but there is still the Gen. And if Barry loses too much cav early, then his investment on the Balearics will be very bad. These raiding horses need to activate soon, though. One tribal already down 57 men, just routes. High value there. In the infantry fight, I mean, now the flank is gonna collapse, though, right? Like, these guys are dead. Now the raiding horse should just activate. The raiding horse need to win the game now and kill the Balearics. If the Balearics get too much more value here, it's gonna be a long night. Because they can just engage and kill these cav. They don't give a fuck. The Noble Horse as well. Noble Horse doesn't want to commit, obviously. Avocado going down. Akali gonna die here as well. He's so afraid,
Quickly
man. He's so
now!
afraid to use the raiding horse. Just split up and engage and win. Like, you can bust the center. You can charge here. Like, you can literally just melee here. I don't think he understands that the raiding horse are actually like, fucking cracked in melee.
Yeah!
Yeah, so
Riders
it's gonna be a close game,
forward!
but the flank is very strong here. Tribal's gonna be fine here. I mean, he's gonna win on this flank. He's gonna win and collapse from here, I think is the plan. But he needs to activate everything now. Everything needs to be forward. General needs to be in. Thracians need to get ready to go.
Advance at
Everything needs to
speed!
collapse on the Lyric Slingers at this point before they get much more value. He's like so fucking busy jerking off here instead of just engaging.
Live to fight another day!
And the general needs to activate as well. The general is kind of key to the battle here. He has the most important cav unit in the game, the best unit in the game, and is not using it. And the raiding force are also too passive. The Kali gonna just running away here, so it just dies to the Oathsworn. This Oathsworn is gonna break through the center, and that's the key for every unit to engage and just collapse and win the game. If he doesn't do this, he will lose. But he is breaking through on the flank as well. Now here come the raiding horse. The general has counterplay here. Thracian warrior is actually getting the same value. He can just do this. He should just engage here. Don't fear. Kill the Balearics. Took him long enough. Even here, like, why not just engage? But now the Balearics are in, and even though he got a lot of YOLOs, Barry, it does not quite matter. Because the Intellis infantry was just hardy enough to deal with it. And also he just had way better infantry. So yeah, that game was over. Kind of didn't really concede, but I mean, the writing's on the wall, so Morr played that to the edge. I think he almost could have lost that game, but not quite enough. And you can see infantry did fine, but there's so many infantry for Mr. Morr. All right, so 2-2. We go to game 5. Baleric's not getting enough value. They're not getting sword side shots. They're just kind of front dumping, so it's hard. They're when they're shooting units that are already engaged, they don't really get that much value because they're just shooting their own men, or like over the back of their own men. So it's kind of hard. And that puts us in an all or nothing bout. One game. Game 5. And I'm trying to look for the pools right now. Okay, so yeah, it's pool 2. Nervii, Getae, Iceni, Kush, Pont, Suebi, Massilia, Carthage, Arvaki, Bactria, Ardea, Epirus, and Lusitania are the factions. Strongest factions, definitely Nervii, Iceni, Suebi, Pont. Well, Pontus and Bactria are the strongest by far. It's not even close. If you allow any of those factions in, you're in trouble. And then from there, the Barbs are good. Nervii, Iceni, and Suebi, Massilia, very good with the Cav spam. Arvaki, very good with the Balearic spam. Epirus can kite. It's a very balanced pool. Carthage is okay. Getae's there as well, pretty decent. A lot of options, but Barbs tend to be the best way to go here unless you can pull off a very strong kite. I mean, Arvaki I think is definitely underrated against like a Nervii for something, or example, I would just go to Arvaki, and you have to deal with the Jab Cav, I guess, so maybe against uh, Nervii it's a bit tough, but still doable for sure. And yeah, I mean, it just remains to be seen what is going to get picked, so let us wait and see. And so if I'm correct, Morr will be counter picking, which I think is very strong because he's picking second in game 1, 3, and 5. Right, so he'll be counter picking, and this is quite strong in this pool because no faction is like a guaranteed win. So you can allow the enemy to first pick, and you kind of get the counter pick on them, which is really, really good. In general, I mean, again, you end up in pretty balanced matchups most of the time as long as the bans are decent, so nothing too significant. I think Barry will ban Pontus and Bactria if I had to guess. I don't think he wants to allow. Well, no, he might not because he's picking first. He might ban one of the two. That might be the best play. Like ban Bactria, for example, and then forces Morr to ban Pontus unless he wants to play like Pontus versus, I don't know, Epirus or something, or face the kite potential of Pontus, and that way like he can ban that, and then you can Barry can ban some other shit they just want to play against like Suebi or something, and then Morr will be banning Pont and one faction, and that kind of leaves Barry with more options. If he just bans Pontus and Bactria himself, right? That's not really good to do, because then you're allowing you're allowing Morr to have 2 free bans, basically, when you can force him to have 1 ban, and then you can get to ban something else that you want to ban yourself. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, sorry. But hopefully nothing will start, so be right back. This might be like a 2-minute pause. Actually, I could just pause the recording. Hold on. Make sure I know how to do this. Yeah, okay. Never mind. It'll be paused for you guys. Alright, I am back. Time will not have passed for you, so it's all good. But we wait. I mean, we wait and see. Looks like nothing's been picked yet, so. This is definitely. I think both of them probably put the least prep into this game. Makes sense. There's only 1 game in this pool. And it's the last game, right? So no reason to really play it as much. I know me and Barry played Punt Bactria a lot, and I was kind of getting the better of that consistently, so I don't know if he wants to play that. But he does have a lot of experience with it, right? I mean, even he's losing it to me, that's not really that bad. And he has like a really good idea of how to play the matchup, but, well, just through reps, right? A number of reps. And he is on Bactria, so that's interesting, but I wonder what Morr is thinking here, too. I don't really know, I have no idea what Morr is thinking for this pool. I don't think we played even almost any games on this pool. So we'll be completely flying in the dark here. I suspect if it goes to Bactria Pontus, oh, he's also on Bactria, what the fuck, okay, whatever. He's still probably picking this faction, I guess. Barry probably has picked Bactria, is my guess, and Morr is now looking at Bactria and trying to counterpick. But anyway, I feel like if Pontus is still here, if he goes Pontus, it's gonna be very interesting. Sorry. Well, Epirus, okay, this is, I mean, this is kind of criminal if he's going Epirus. I think this is very bad, to be honest. Very, very, very bad. Because the difference is, like, Bactria is going to have, I mean, you're going to have good infantry with the Samnites, but not that good. You're going to have Tarantines. Bactria can also bring some Tarantines, but you will have maybe 4 Tarantines if you really want to. But you're not killing Bactria Noble Horse's Epirus very easily, I can tell you that much. Bactria Noble Horse are beast. Okay, he's not picking Epirus, he's just looking through factions. Massilia, totally fine. Let's pick Massilia here. But you know, still. I mean, actually, no, it's pretty tough to win this as Bactria. I think Massilia is actually a fairly decent pick. It's not Jover, though. The problem you have in this matchup as Bactria is, like, your shit is so expensive, and Massilia is, like, bringing a spam. So I could see this working. Like, Massilia is just going for a Cav Rush. If I mean, maybe Morr won't play like that, but that's the threat. I know Mr. like Alucard has been asking me for like 10 million years, and I haven't really got back to him that much. Like, how do I win this matchup in the con? And I was like, I have no idea. This matchup looks fucking terrible in the con. But the rules are a little more balanced for Bactria here than in the con probably. And Morr is bringing units, so I mean, with his first 8 unit selection, I think he's probably going for the Cav fan. Oh, maybe not. He's got too many Tarantines for the Cav fan. I mean, you just don't bring the Levy Freeman here. You just bring this infantry corps, and then you take a fuck ton of Cav. Like, you just spam Lancers and like 4 Lancers and 4. I mean, you can bring the Tarantines. I don't know. There's no point really in bringing the Tarantines here. If Massilia goes if Bactria goes Tarantines and Noble Horse, they just lose. Holy 5 Lancers. This is a crazy army. This actually might be kind of good. This is just replacing the Massilian Cav with fucking Hippeus, which is like fine. And now Bactria isn't going to have 4 Tarantines, so the Tarantines are going to be oppressive as fuck. But I still think you like to have the Massilian Cav here, actually. But I don't know, this is like a good army. It's very strong. I would replace the Hippeus and a like Levy Freeman with 2 Massilian Cav or something. Because the Massilian Cav, you just like put them around the flank and you just like go with the Terrantines and you just like crush the flank. Oh, and he scraps the idea completely and he wants to look at Empress now. Oh, big decisions, big decisions. Empress is not good here, I can tell you that much. Empress is not good. Like, this rush is so much worse. So much worse. Okay, actually, this could be interesting, though. This actually is not what I was thinking. I thought he was going to bring 3 slingers. This is actually okay. This is actually fine. But again, I think you just lose because your cav dies. You have 4 Terrantines, though, you might say. You have 4 militia hoplites. No slingers. I do like... Yeah, I don't know. I think you also just don't have the infantry power. I mean, Massilia is bringing a bunch of crappy infantry, but they're bringing 5 fucking lancers, so... Or 4 and 4 if you want to do that. I think Bactria has all sorts of problems in some of these matchups. Yeah, I would never, I don't know. Maybe he didn't ban either Bactria or Pontus, or maybe just Pontus got banned, but I would 100% be bringing Pontus here if I could. Pontus is so much more flexible than Bactria, because they have Noble Blood, Cav, and Cav, so they can spend a lot less on their Cav if they want to. Your thing, I mean, I don't know, I usually bring like 1 or 2 Thorax as Massilia, even with the rush, because you have the money to. Now he's like looking and investigating, bringing some Massilian Cav, which is good. Good option. Like going for Lancers and putting the Massilian Cav Gen in the Massilian Cav is very strong. Damn, a lot of people playing Rome Total War right now. That's cool. Barry's army is locked, but you'll definitely also have no experience in a matchup like this. Yeah, get 1 more Massilian Cav and then Levy Freeman or some shit, and you just go to. Oh, you brought exactly that. Yeah, I don't know. Can you stop this? Like, can you even stop this? I doubt it. I really doubt it as Bactria. Because Bactria just can't bring infantry. They just cannot bring infantry, man. They have to bring archers, and they have to bring horse archers. And it's just so bad. It's just so fucking bad against a rush. But I did say Bactria was one of the top 2 factions, so I don't know. I just don't see how you stop this, to be honest. Like, the infantry is going to win for Massilia long term. Like, Thorax sure can win against Axe Warriors, but you're not going to have the numbers to really stop this. Oh, he's going to chevron up the axes too. Oh my god, this is Chad. I like this actually. Well, yeah, I don't hate this. I don't hate this. The triple Chev Axe Warriors beat Thorax Swords, so double Chev Axe Warriors will probably be very close to beating Thoraxes. And then you don't really need the extra Massilian Cav. You already have 10 Cav. I think 10 Cav is sort of the limit. Where he has still 4 Lancers, just 2 Massilian Cav, and 4 Terrantines. So he's just gonna crush the rear lines, essentially. But maybe he's gonna consider bringing Thorax instead. You could just bring Thorax here. Or you could bring the Lance. Okay, no, Massilian Hopla is such a bad choice, man. Such a bad choice. Do not bring this. I beg you. So bad. Like, now you actually don't have enough Cav to potentially win this, to, like, potentially lose this. This is crazy. I have half a heart to just message him not to bring this shit. So fucking trash. So fucking dog shit. Like, Massilian Hoplites are not doing anything in this matchup. They're literally just useless. Completely useless. Like, I get it, you want to win the infantry fight by more, but... Yeah, okay, he's scrapping this. Damn, Morr is like, he's like listening to me, man. This is crazy. Yeah, everything I tell him to do, he's doing. Now he has 11 Cav. That's a lot. I kind of like the chevron axes, or just like bring thoraxes instead. But this is fine. It's still good. Here we go. So he's going to go for the super Cubicilia Cav Rush, the ultimate strat in the game. Very, very hard to win against Bactria here. We'll see what Barry's army is. I think like Elephant is like high key the way to win this. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so hard. This is gonna be fucking impossible, man. Like, he has 4 horse archers against fucking 4 Terrantines, and he has 5 cav against 7. Sure, his cav is much better, but his infantry is also not that much better. He has 5 thorax. He has these 3 Persian light archers, and if they get value, I will be so surprised. Because they're just going to get rushed down. His horse archers are going to get neutralized by the Tarentines, and he's going to get YOLO'd to death here. Like, the frontal YOLOs are going to be devastating, and then their Tarentines will be in your rear, and it'll be very, very hard to defend against this. Here we go, and here comes the attack of a century. Honestly, what I would do is I would put the Massilian cap on the flank with the Tarentines, and just push the flank, and then you just charge frontally. And he does have 5 thorax and 3 battery helmets, so he does like a fine hold. But he's facing against 5 axes and 3 Celtics. Sure, the thorax are better than the axes, but the Celtics are going to dominate the hillmen really quickly. And then, of course, there's going to be cav in your ass pretty early on in the game. The best thing you can do is like kite with the horse archers, be very aggressive against the Tarentines, try to deplete them early on so they're not as big of a factor in the game. But eventually they're going to be a factor in the game. It's just hard not to be. Morr should be taking more space though. He's just going to let these guys shoot his Celtics, I guess.
Riders of the devil!
They're going to dump the Tarentines, but this is still good. Like, he's
Forward!
damage on them. He's not going to kill the horse archers. But we might over here though. Okay, we'll do that.
Yes, Commander!
Disaster. A couple guys died there.
Quickly now!
Noble horse gonna come there, but already losing 12 guys there, not great. Also losing some guys here, so the horse archers, you gotta be very careful with the Scavian horse archers, they're quite slow. And now the backing noble horse are gonna have to do some work here to defend.
As you command!
57, 60, so you did lose some men as well, but that's fine. And now, yeah, I mean, already like this is just annoying. The Tarentines causing mass chaos. Azure Hillman having to be pulled out of the front line to defend against this.
Riders, advance!
Which is good.
Quickly now!
Celtics getting dumped though is bad. And so just attack. And that will become a microfest, but it's just a microfest that's very hard to play. And getting these Persian light archers and these shots at the Celtics is so fucking dumb. Just rushing already. Should already be engaged. At any point, the Tarentines can just snipe the Bactrian Hillmen too. They can just charge them and kill them, which is funny. I like this though, putting the horse archers in the rear lines here just to dump the cav when they charge. But this is just giving so much room for the Tarentines to cause insane value here. Like, you are just fully surrounded. Levy Freeman, like, even eating the jet, oh, if he lets him charge, the game is over, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? Okay. Oh, better charges here, though.
Orders understood!
Oh, it doesn't even get a charge. This is actually a disaster. This could be game losing, I'm not even gonna lie. Because Barry's getting much better, much better engagements here. Letting the Axe Warriors get charged is sorta suicidal almost.
As you command! As you command!
Yeah, like 2 for winning against this archer. What the fuck is this? Like, I don't know, man. This looks terrible to me, but what do I know?
Quickly now! Understood!
Tarentine's at least gonna get out. They already killed one archer. Lancer's getting in. I mean, there's a lot of cav. There are a lot of cav involved. One Tarantine dead, though, for no reason. General. I mean, he's letting there's so many charges get charged. I'm gonna try to kill this noble horse, but again, the battery noble horse can tank. Like, that's the one thing they can do. The horse archers are in a really nice spot to just dump. So much of his infantry is gonna be weak because he let them get charged for no reason. But he is breaking through on this flank, and any breakthroughs are gonna be pretty annoying. Because now the flank can open up, the Tarentines can activate. And, like, this cav should just get chased down. The general is, like, engaged and kind of dying. But, I mean, there's also infantry winning for Bactria, so the game's not over yet. Now here comes the, yeah, this is the devastating thing. The Tarentines just charge in, collapse on everything here. But there's not all that much cav left, I guess. I mean, there is, there kind of is, though. Yeah, there kind of is. I can't even lie. And now, like, this is just annoying. Battery Noble Horse dying everywhere. Lancers need to pull out, though. This flank is looking good. Yeah, he's gonna pull out now. Lancers just gonna cycle charge. Axe is getting in. This flank, these infantry are gonna be really annoying when they start to collapse here. But Bactria can hold on, and their infantry will win eventually. Like, these Tarentines need to be activated soon, or it might still look okay. So Lancer, yeah, I mean, this archer is kind of dead. Horse archer is in a bad spot. I mean, these charges are just...
Forward! Advance!
I mean, there's just horse archers left against many lancers.
Orders understood! Too slow go! Forward!
Actually does get discharged. I mean, crazy action all over the fucking place. The general is very weak for Mr. Berry. The collapse is coming in from all sides. Brazilian cav might actually just lose that. I don't know. There's another lancer though. The priority needs to be to snipe the gen. I mean, there's just so many cav. There's just so many fucking cav. Lancer is just anywhere, killing horse archers, killing this. Tarentine's still alive, and this should be collapse. Barry played this actually really well, and Morr played this really badly, but he still won. Mostly because of faction diff, I guess.
For glory!
But yeah, this is why I think you need to not let Basilia through. Like, just, it's very hard to fight against this cav spam. We'll see though. There's still hope. Not much hope, but there's still units on the field. Horse archer just got good value, man. Horse archers were positioned very well, which is dumb. But that also let the Tarentines get a lot of play, and that's not really good, I guess. Well, there's just 5 fucking unpaid lancers, and they're all alive, so. Yeah, tough. The general's gonna die here. The general even survives like almost the last man. That is it. So Morr takes it 3-2. A very, very good series from both players. 3-2. All the games pretty close. But I will say Morr had the he just had the advantage in the pick bans. He won every game where he counterpicked. I mean, so did Barry, but he had 3-2 in those games, and he just like decisively outpicked. Like, I think the games that Barry won, he actually won with fair matchups. Whereas the games that Morr won, he actually just won with advantage. Like, he won the pick ban. And yeah, Lancer's just getting good value. He let the axes get charged, which is maybe the only way you can almost lose this game. If you let the noble horse get into the axes early, and then the thorax just win, and then you just like bunker. But it was not enough because he got enough good engagements. And again, it's just like he has so many infantry units, and there's only these 5 because the deployment are so fucking trash. And yeah, archer's not gonna get much value. Horse archers, you put them in a good spot to get value, but it's just hard with the Tarentines marauding behind. The Tarentines are just so good in this matchup. But what do you do as Bachelor? You can't bring your own Tarentines. If you bring your own Tarentines, you have no money. Like, it's just the noble horse are so fucking expensive, and you're facing against like units that are just slightly more expensive, but have so much impact with the cheap ass infantry. This combo is very, very strong. And Morr, yeah, I didn't practice much, but he still he still came upon basically the right idea with the Massilia Chaos Man to counter this. Anyway, sorry I missed the first game. Maybe I'll do it on the side if I get the replay, but I'm not gonna combine them because that's too much editing and it's hard. So anyway, yep, good game to both players. Very, very good series, well played, deserving semifinal. Morr will advance to the final. I think it's his first TWL final. Maybe he played one against me at some point. I don't think so though. I feel like I always played him in the semis or the quarters. So I'll be rooting for Morr personally to win the tournament because he's got that dog in him. But he'll be playing against Ulda or Safado, so very, very hard opponent in the final as well. So one way or another, a new TWL champion will be crowned. So I'll hopefully cover the final as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed a really, really good series. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.